So, how can I help you today?
Good morning, sir. I'm here to talk to you about employment.
Oh, sure. You know, we don't really work with blind people here. I'm thinking what you might want to do is go and see the people at the Iowa Department for the Blind.
You know, that's a good idea, but I've already had training and such there, so I came here to talk to you about possibly working for this agency.
Just so you know, most all of our jobs require a driver's license.
Okay, so would you say that all the jobs require driving to do the job?
Yes, you have to drive from appointment to appointment.
Okay, I understand that. But I have the qualifications to do the job, and I can get from place to place without driving a car.
So you say. You know, the other thing that we require is the job readiness certification. And we're usually looking for someone in the higher end of that, perhaps gold or above, silver.
That makes perfect sense. You want to make sure you got people ready for jobs. I have the score associated with the platinum certification, but simply because I'm blind, they won't give me the certificate. But I have the score.
So that's a no. You know, again, I might just refer you back to the Iowa Department for the Blind.
Okay, listen, I went to the Iowa Department for the Blind before. I've gotten training. I've worked in HR. I've worked in the finance industry. I've worked for 20 plus years. I've got plenty of work experience that, quite honestly, fit a lot of the requirements for this job.
I tell you what, how about you go online and then you can upload your resume and your cover letter and your job readiness certification and driver's license, and then we can take a look at it.
Okay, sir, I can do that.
What was your name so I can make sure I keep an eye out for your application?
Johnny Walker.
All right, Johnny. I tell you what, thank you. I'm glad I could help you today. This one sometimes gets people very upset, but this is actually what we hear back from people on this particular skit is, wow, I've sat in front of that guy, okay, numerous times, okay, and I have too, and wasted hours, I mean hours and hours and hours sitting in front of someone in a job interview where I knew the entire time there was no way this person was ever going to hire me.
Client yesterday said the exact same thing after we demonstrated this in front of students. He said that's a classic example. He said sometimes when you walk in with that white cane, it serves as a barrier and you don't ever get a fair shake. However, you know, that's why hopefully things like this project and making people more aware of these kinds of things will hopefully work as a vehicle to change some of those things.
You're going to have to be able to answer questions that other people don't have to answer. There's going to be things that you have to do in order to get that job that other people do not need to do. And so really what we wanted to do is to make kind of the folks who, because ideally, we don't want to have to provide those services ourselves, all of those services, in terms of particularly around job search and job placement. Because you know what, workforce is out there doing it already. So why not duplicate? But you have to understand too that when you're working with folks who are blind or folks with disabilities in general, that these are the realities that they're dealing with. There's going to be different than a lot of the other clients that you have. I mean, there's all kinds of barriers to employment. Don't get me wrong, but this is how it's going to manifest for these particular folks.